So I want to start by just mentioning that this video is actually just for communication. It's just to open up awareness to all the different options that we have in society today. It is not to suggest that one career is better or less than the other. I just want to make that very paramount before I jump in. Secondly, for those who still stereotype the beauty industry, I think this video might be a little enlightening for you. So it's definitely a must-see for those. I want to talk today about what it takes to become a chiropractor, what you make, what it costs, etc. And then I want to do the same breakdown for a PMU artist. So let's start with what do we make per year on average? The average salary for a chiropractor is $80,000 to $120,000 per year. For PMU artists that are doing this full time, the average salary for 1 year is $90,000 to $120,000 per year. Now let's talk about what it takes to make this kind of money, okay? So we're going to talk about the schooling. The average schooling for a chiropractor, it takes 7 years to become a chiropractor, and good for them, because that is not easy. To break down those 7 years, these ladies and gentlemen are going for 4 years in an undergrad program. Once they have done that, they're going to go for 3 to 4 years to a DC program to specialize in chiropractic care. The average schooling for a PMU artist for one service, of course, at a time. Some people offer more. Some people only do one service and they still make $90,000 to $100,000. So per service that you're going to offer is on average 1 to 5 days of schooling. Quite a difference. Now let's talk about the average cost that it takes to become a chiropractor. If they're in school for 7 years, the average cost to go to school, okay, in a post-secondary education is on average, and this is probably pretty low to be honest, $50,000 per year. Times your 7 years that you're away from home, you're leaving school, if you're not one of the lucky ones, okay, that had anybody help out, that's $350,000 in student debt before you start your career. Let's talk about a PMU artist. The average cost of school, okay, per program, again, okay, is about $1,000. Now let's talk about after school. It is mandatory that chiropractors then complete 4,200 hours of apprenticing. We can see why. It would be pretty scary if they didn't have to. For a PMU artist, we recommend on average 10 to 20 hours of apprenticing. This is not mandatory. However, to become the top 20% that I talk about in another video, we definitely want to apprentice for some time. It's not mandatory, but we recommend it is a great idea. Now we've either become a chiropractor or we've become a PMU artist. Both generally then end up opening their own practice of some form. Okay, so let's now talk about after the education, after the commitment of the cost, what does it take to now open our practice? The average cost to open a practice to become a chiropractor is $100,000 to $300,000. This includes your licensing and permits after you become registered. There's still more to take. This is your insurance. This is also furniture and equipment. And then the big one is your lease or your mortgage to open a practice, a brick and mortar. Okay? It does add up. The average cost to open a home-based salon, which is where most PMU artists will start, to keep costs low so that they can build some revenue, put it in their pockets before scaling the business, which is a really nice opportunity that we have in this industry. So the cost on average to open our home-based salon to start our service is between $5,000 and $15,000. This includes our insurance, our furniture, and equipment / product to get started.